llamo Benito Jorge. Soy de San Pablo de Galato en Valencia, Mexico. Soy listo y delgado. I was a humble Zapotec-speaking shepherd of poor family and had a low social in Mexico. A protector helped me enter the theological seminary in Oaxaca to become educated as a priest. In 1834, I discovered I had no religious vocation. I left the seminary and studied to become a lawyer. In 1836, I was imprisoned for revolting against the government. In 1847, I became a governor of Oaxaca. In 1857, I became the Minister of Justice of the Mexican government. In 1859, I decreed the laws of reform. In 1861, I was the 27th President of Mexico. And the French kicked me out of Mexico again in 1863. In 1864, the Emperor Maximilian and his wife Carlotta landed in Mexico. I overcame the French and returned to Mexico City, where I faced many problems such as no money, droughts, attacks, military revolts, angry landowners, and that all happened in 1867. In 1872, I died while in office.
Soy Pablo Picasso. Soy de Malaga, Spain. Soy talentoso y inteligente. My father was a teacher at the Academy of Arts. He was a mediocre painter. I had 5 different artist periods. The first was the realistic period, where I painted a picture of my mother. The next was the blue period, where I painted Depression from 1901 to 1904. After that, I painted happy things. My last style was Cubism. I made that period. I started Cubism. I died in 1973 at the age of 92. Not many people know I was a modern artist. In my lifetime, I produced over 50,000 paintings or other forms of art.
Me llamo Antonio Benítez. Soy de Malaga, Spain. Soy rico and talentoso. When I was 14, I wanted to play soccer, but I broke my foot. Later that year, I saw the musical here and discovered my love for acting. I took drama classes for about a year and had a spot in the National Theater of Spain. My first performance was as a gay companion in Laberinto de Pasión, or The Labyrinth of Passion. I came to America in '91 and I could not speak English. My first movie in America was the movie Philadelphia, and once again was a gay companion to Tom Hanks. So I have starred in over 63 movies, and I am currently in the movie Legends of Rome. And I married Melanie Griffith in '96.
Me llamo Oscar de la Renta. Soy de Dominican Republic. I left the Dominican Republic to go to Spain. There I studied painting. Then I went to Paris to work, and eventually I moved to New York to make costumes for Elizabeth Andre. I designed dresses for women and other clothes. My clothing is the most recognized brand name clothing.
Me llamo Geraldo Rivera. Soy de New York City. Soy talentoso y inteligente. I was discovered while working as a lawyer for New York Puerto Rican activist group Young Blood. I had over 5 shows of my own. I one during the day called Geraldo and one at night called Rivera. I also had a show called the Geraldo Rivera Show for 11 years. I was an eyewitness for WABC TV New York City. When taping one of my shows, me and Jerry Springer got into a fight and he broke my nose with a chair. I got a national reputation for my investigative reporting and young love. I was fired for publicly criticizing ABC for canceling my report about the relationship between John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe. I received more than 170 journalism awards, and in 2005 I was in Louisiana reporting Hurricane Katrina.
Me llamo George Lopez. Soy de Los Angeles. Soy comico y rico. My father abandoned me when I was an infant. I am a comedian and an actor. I was a teacher from a rural town called San Joaquin Valley. I was a huge Dodger fan. The only thing me and my family did together was go to the Dodgers games. My wife Ann has recently donated a kidney for me. Every day before I step onto the set, I pull out a leather key ring passed down from my ancestors. That gives me good luck. Since my last debut in spring of 2003, I am the most successful Latina, and I grew up poor, and now I'm wealthy.
Me llamo Jaime Escalante, soy de Bolivia, soy listo y simpático. My degree was in engineering, and I graduated from Sada City College. I needed money, so I went to go find a job, and I found one at a restaurant. I taught physics and mathematics for 14 years. Garfield is where I taught. There's a lot of drug and violence, but I got a small group that wanted to come to school, and it ended up that they passed their calculus exam. I had the highest grades as a teacher in Garfield and calculus. I'm considered one of the most famous educators in the U.S. The book, The Best Teacher in America, provides an account of my life. My students were so smart that the state thought that we were cheating on the test. I received over 50 awards. I was interviewed at Johnson High, and I'm still teaching mathematics today.
Okay.
Me llamo Oscar de la Hoya. Soy de East Los Angeles, California. Soy atlético y fuerte. I was born on February 12th in 1971. When I was 6, I started boxing. My cousin and I were fighting. He jabbed through my gloves and hit me right in the nose. I never dreamed of becoming a boxer, but I enjoyed baseball and skateboarding. I was pushed to win for my family, giving me a little money in between each fight. I won a gold medal in the 1992 Olympics, and while I was in those Olympics, my mother died. I guess I was good at boxing because it was my blood. My father and my grandpa were both lightweight professionals, and I took up boxing to follow my dream of singing. And while singing, I was nominated for a Grammy for my album Oscar.